Shalom, shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I want to see brothers on there on the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And this is just to continue on with the theme, man. Showing how Esau is the villain, man. He's the antagonist. Jacob is the protagonist. The antagonist should be hated. And that's it, man. That's the role Esau plays in the script, and it's the role he plays in the Bible. If you actually just read it, like he is a problem in the Bible. All right, he's the enemy. Like even the Christian scholars would tell you that the Edomites were enemies unto the Israelites. They weren't friends. Like, come on. This is Genesis 3, and we're gonna hit the point real quick. Genesis 3 and 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It will bruise thy head, and I will bruise his heel. All right, so this is talking about two seeds here. All right, two seeds. They were going to have enmity with each other, right? How did that manifest itself? Well, we could read it right here. That manifested itself in Jacob and Esau, those two brothers. One is the seed of the serpent, one is the seed of the woman. All right, one is the righteous, one is the wicked. One is the vessel fitted unto destruction, one is the vessel of mercy. One the Lord loves, one the Lord hates. One's gonna come to an abrupt end, everlasting shame and destruction, and one is going to everlasting honor and everlasting life. Right? One is they're two and two against each other, man. Two different outcomes, and one outcome is defined by the other. They being two brothers. They're two brothers from the same man, and both of them are got an extreme on either side of the Lord's will. One is the Lord's extreme good will, and one is the Lord's extreme bad will. And that's how the Lord wanted it, man. 2 Ezra 6 and 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right? Now, that shows you right there what it was talking about. The seed, the two seeds talking about Esau and Jacob, man. And all the way through the Bible, Esau and Jacob have had squabbles, man. Right? Remember, after the situation with the birthright, Jacob wanted to kill, Esau wanted to kill Jacob, man. And the only reason he didn't get to do it is because Jacob ran away. And then when Jacob came back into the land, the Lord had to to make Esau docile, and Jacob really didn't even really want to be around him. They didn't. If you read it, Jacob was just trying to like, yo, let me just try and do what I got to do to get this guy chilled, and then just get from around him, man. Let him be on that side, and I'm on this side. When you read it, because Esau's volatile, man. You never know with this guy. He's the devil. All right, this is Genesis 27. Genesis 21 and 4 says, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning of my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Right? And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. Yeah, that's the villain, man. That was the beginning of his villain arc, right? That was to kill his brother. He's a murderer. Now, when Jacob eventually got back, you read it in Genesis 32, Jacob's like sending him gifts and this, that, and the other. And the Most High put a docile spirit on Esau. But even when you read it, right, Jacob didn't want nothing to do with this man. Jacob just didn't want to get got. And you, man, listen, Jacob weren't feeling Esau like that. Look, he was wary of this man, right? This is Genesis 32, right? When you read it, right? Uh, After they embraced and all that, and Jacob just wanted to give him the money to make make him feel like, yo, it's cool. Jacob came bare humble. Everyone was bowing. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he knew, like, yo, this guy, man, he's a murderer. Now, let me get straight to the point. It was after this. Oh, no, it's just 33. Yeah, Jacob meets Esau. So when you read this bit, right, Esau was like, yeah, I'll leave some man here with you. Jacob's like, nah, don't worry about that. It's cool. I'll meet you at Mount Seir. Then he never turned up. Jacob was slick, but he's like, yo, nah, yeah, everything's blessed, blood. Yeah, I'll see you later. Nah, I never see him again. I ain't trying to see this guy. Genesis 33. Here it said, and Esau said, let me now leave with thee some of the folk that are with me. And he said, what needeth it? Let me find grace in the sight of my Lord. He's like, nah, it's cool. It's cool, fam. It's all right. Take your man with you. So Esau returned that day unto Mount Seir. Now, if you read up about, okay, this bit says, let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly. So he's like, no, listen, man, my man, them are tired. Them, this, that, and the other. You, man, can move. You could go ahead. You can just be, man wanted to separate. Listen, you can go ahead. You and your man, them there, you go forward. No worry. I'll catch up with you. Yeah? Let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and will lead on softly, according as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children be able to endure until I come unto my Lord unto Seir. So Jacob said, don't worry. Listen, you go home, and I'm gonna catch up with you. Yeah? Oh. What does he say here? It says, so Esau returned that day on his way unto Seir, and Jacob's journeyed to Succoth and built him an house and made booths for his cattle. Therefore, the name of the place is called Succoth. Right? The man, he didn't go to Seir, man. He didn't go. He didn't allow that, man. And rightfully so, because Esau can't be trusted, man. He's the villain, man. You never know when this man's gonna bite. Right? Now, let's continue. Now, this is like fast forwarding now. This should show you that Esau, he's the antagonist, man. So we got Amalek. Now Amalek, they're Edomites, right? Chief house. We coming out of Egypt, yeah. We're coming out of Egypt, doing our thing, yeah. This guy, what does he do? He come up against us, man. Amalek fought, so I said, then came Amalek and fought with Israel. So the man just come and rise up and try to fight, man. Yeah? And Moses said unto Joshua, choose us out men and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of God in mine hand. Okay? So you can go and read. I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but basically the man then just come and try to violate the thing. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. So the Lord's letting you know right there, look, these man, I got a special thing coming for them. Because this is the villain. This is the main villain. Listen, the Lord never said this in regards to no other people. The way the Lord's on Esau, yeah, the Lord ain't on Moab like that. The Lord ain't on Ammon like that, because they're not the main antagonists. They're antagonists, but they're not the main antagonists. Them under the little things. You know, you get the main villains, man. You know what I'm talking about. You man them that's in the comic book and into all the things. You know there's a main villain. Not the mini guys, the main ones. That's Esau. Right? And Moses built an altar and called the name of it, verbatim Jehovah Nisi. For he said, because the Lord hath sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. Now, if the Lord is going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation, that means we're at war with them, because we're his people. So the Lord is letting you know right there that these men are the enemy. They're like the number one up. They're the what they call it? Arch enemy. So it's arch enemy. It says a person who is extremely opposed or hostile to someone or something. The twins were arch enemies. It's funny, the twins, you know. Yeah, that's spiritual. Yeah, arch enemies, right? And you can arch enemy is different to a nemesis. Nemesis was created by the actions of the protagonist. All right. In fiction, it is a character who is the protagonist, commonly a hero's most prominent and most known enemy. That's Esau, man. This guy, right? So the man, the Amalek violated, but they didn't stop there. The rest of Edom violated too. That man are always causing us problems, man. Making things hard, right? Now this is when we was coming out of Egypt, right? Numbers 20 and 17. Let us um let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. This is the Israelites who were saying to Esau, to Edom, yeah. We will not pass through the fields nor through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the well. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left until we have passed thy borders. And Edom said unto him, thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword. And the children of Israel said unto him, we will go by the highway, and if I and my cattle drink thy water, then I will pay for it. I will only, without doing anything else, go through on my feet. And he said, thou shalt not go through. And Edom came out against him with much people, with a strong hand. And this is meant to be our brother, man. Nah, man, allow that, man. This dude's a devil, man. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through his border, wherefore Israel turned away from him. Right? This man, he's a devil, man. Now, there's more. Here's another example of Esau. And there's so many examples, man. We could go to Haman. I mean, come on, man. Haman, all the Greeks. These are all Edomites, man. The Greeks, the Romans, today. Just, it's just mad, man. But this is another good example right here. This is 1 Kings 11, right? And 11. Wherefore the Lord said unto Solomon, for as much as this is done of thee, and thou shalt have not kept my covenant and my statutes, which I have commanded thee, I will surely rend the kingdom from thee, and will give it to thy servant. Notwithstanding, in thy days I will not do it for David thy father's sake, but will rend it out of the hand of thy son. Howbeit I will not rend away all the kingdom, but will give one tribe to thy son for David my servant's sake, and for Jerusalem's sake, which I have chosen. And the Lord stirred up an adversary, Satan, unto Solomon, Hadad the Edomite. He was of the king's seed in Edom. Right? These man are the adversaries, man. They're the devil. All right. What about Haman? Right? What was Haman? Haman's plot against the Jews. After these things did Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite. This guy was an Edomite too. These men are always there, like being the main antagonists, man. Even in Babylon, they helped the Babylonians destroy our people, and the Lord had to mention them specifically, right? That's in the book of Psalms. What? Right, Psalm. Why didn't I just do that in the first place? It's been lazy. Psalms 137, right, and 9. Oh, let's start from 7. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, and who said, "Raise it, raise it." So that man was there telling the Babylonians to come on, man. Even to the foundation thereof, O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against a stone. Yeah, boy. Now, the only way you can be happy to dash someone's children against a stone, the Lord's actually writ that into. And this is why I said you got to understand writing. When you're a writer, you wouldn't have that happen to a protagonist, man. Like, you have that happens as a punishment, it happens to an antagonist in that way. So the reason why it says we're gonna be happy when we do it to Esau is because Esau is the devil, he's the villain and should be hated, and therefore you be happy when these things happen to him. You understand? It's just mad, man. This guy, he's done too much. He's done too much. Okay. And then we could even go into the Greeks and show you how all them Greeks, man, them Edomite Greek kings, man, Ptolemy and all them guys, they were all Edomites. Our people were catching nothing but hell under them. The whole book of the Maccabees, go read it. Like, it's just hell, man, are catching off these Edomites. Then you go down to the time of Yahweh Shai, and now the kingdom of heaven suffered violence at the hands of Rome. Rome even destroyed Jerusalem. And then on down to this day. So this man has always been, throughout the scriptures, an enemy. All right. The Lord has used him in such a manner. He's never been an ally. You understand? He's never been an ally. He's an enemy. From the very beginning, where man wanted to kill us, and he still got that same murderous intent. That's why the scriptures speak about that perpetual hatred. Because Esau, Edom, has that enmity, man, that perpetual, that perpetual Ezekiel. Right? That perpetual hatred against our people. And he's supposed to have a perpetual hatred because he's the villain. Right? Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Why? Because the enemy, the villain, only has power to do against us when we transgress. So Esau can only come in the time that our iniquity has an end. So it's that same thing with Solomon. Solomon did madness, and then the Lord raised up Esau to do something. The rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hand to iniquity. So because we fell from our righteousness, that allows our enemy juice to basically come in and do evil against us. And that's why we're under this man right now. All right? But he has that hatred. That's why he's doing it. That's why he's the perfect antagonist. But the Lord's going to get him back. All right? So if you can't read this Bible and get any other image of Esau, Edom, other than the fact that they're the devil, they're the enemy, the Lord hates them, we should hate them, and in due time, we're going to punish them with hatred and wrath, and then they're going to be exterminated. Simple as that. So I don't even know why we have to have this conversation, man. Just read the Bible. Read it. And you'll see, like, yeah, Esau ain't nobody to be like. The Most High ain't never, like, Esau ain't no one to be. In fact, when I say ain't no one, he isn't no one. He is the enemy. He is the enemy in the Bible of our people. The number one up. If you don't hate Esau, then who do you hate? You know what I mean? It's like, come on. There's like literally no one else. Who, Japhet? Ain't nobody care about Japhet, man. You know what I mean? Like these other nations, yeah, they're violators, yeah. But Esau is the number one violator. Come on, everybody knows it. He's the number one violator in the earth, man. So why we got to discuss and debate this? I don't understand. Just read the Bible, read history, and you know everything you need to know. Like, yep, this guy, he's no good. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.